From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, August 2nd, 2015. Silver is trading at $14.79 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,095 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $283. Antiwar.com reports NATO announced Friday that it has agreed to an Iraqi military request to launch a new program to help retain the nation's military and to help it reform its entire security sector. Iraq's military, trained by the U.S. and its allies during the occupation, has largely collapsed in the face of fighting with the Islamic State. The NATO training program will be conducted in Turkey and Jordan, according to officials, so there is at present no intention to permanently station NATO forces inside Iraq to conduct the training. That's likely to change, of course, as efforts to reform Iraq's security forces can't possibly happen entirely abroad, but NATO is trying to downplay just how big of a commitment they are making right now and will slowly escalate the mission. The timing of the announcement is believed to be related to Turkey's increased military involvement against the Islamic State, and the emergency NATO meeting Tuesday called by Turkey likely played a role in the decision to accept a long-standing request from Iraq. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Bitcoin Not Bombs. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs offers premium publicity campaigns designed to facilitate an organization's adoption of Bitcoin as a payment system and to fully capitalize on that decision in their fundraising efforts. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. UPI reports after refusing breakfast, a group of 42 maximum security inmates at Utah State Prison's Uintah facility announced a hunger strike and issued demands to state prison officials. In a press release, the Utah Department of Corrections described the group of inmates as documented gang members. Department spokeswoman Brooke Adams told the Huffington Post the inmates' demands include the release of various gang leaders at a different maximum security unit. She says corrections officials are currently reviewing the list of demands but declined to share further details. Prison officials have offered each participating inmate the option to undergo a health checkup in order to check weights and vital signs. The health of inmates will be monitored regularly by prison staff. Officials said in a statement, the department also has inventoried food items in each participating inmate's cell to document potential nutritional intake. The department will continue to offer the inmates meals as regularly scheduled. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports the Attorney General of Texas has been indicted on securities fraud and other charges over an alleged scheme to mislead investors in a technology company, according to the New York Times and other media outlets on Saturday. The 3-count indictment against Ken Paxton will be unsealed in Dallas on Monday when the former longtime state lawmaker is expected to turn himself in to authorities. Reuters could not immediately confirm the reports. The grand jury had been asked to determine whether there was enough evidence to indict Paxton, who came into office this year with a strong Tea Party support on first-degree felony charges. Paxton drew national attention when he said county clerks in Texas who object to gay marriage on religious grounds can refuse to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples, despite the landmark U.S. Supreme Court ruling in June requiring states to allow same-sex marriage. When he was in the state legislature, Paxton was hired to seek clients by an investment firm called Mowry Capital Management, which is facing allegations from the state Securities Board of defrauding investors. The board found in May 2014 that Paxton was not properly registered as an investment advisor in his work with the firm. It reprimanded him and fined him $1,000. Paxton's name also appears in a federal court document as a major investor in a Dallas area firm in a U.S. Security and Exchange Commission investigation. Court documents in the federal investigation of the technology firm Servergy do not make any allegations of misconduct by Paxton or draw links to the investigation into the securities fraud in Texas. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.